Welcome to Mr. Chalk's Revision Tips. In this video, we will look at
current, the equations involving current, and current in circuits. So, the electric current is the rate or flow of electric charge past a point or region. An electric current is said to exist when there is a net flow of electric charge through a region. Electric charge is carried by charged particles, so an electric current is the flow of these charged particles. So electric current is the rate of flow of electric charge. So no current can flow if the circuit is broken, for instance. An electric current flows when electrons move through a conductor, such as a metal wire. And electricity passes through metallic conductors, such as a flow of negatively charged electrons. So the electrons are free to move from one atom to the other. We call them a sea of delocalized electrons in a metal. So an electric current is the flow of electrons around the circuit. So the electron current behaves in the same way as water flowing around a pipe. So the battery in this circuit would be the pump that drives the current around the circuit. So we measure the current in a circuit using an ammeter, and we measure it in amps. So one equation that involves current would be power is equal to potential difference times current. So if we go and rearrange that, so if we have power divided by potential difference is current. An example of a question is what would be the current in the circuit if it had a power of 30 watts and the potential difference is 5 volts. That would give you 30 divided by 5, which would mean that the current was 6 amps. Another example of a equation would be charge flow is equal to current times time. So if we rearrange that to have charge divided by time gives us current. So if we've got something like 20 coulombs of charge passing in 5 seconds, what would the current be? Just be 20 divided by 5. So that would give us 4 amps. Our third equation where we can go and involve current would be the resistance equation, which rearranged to voltage divided by resistance would give you the current. So if we had a question that went something like, what is the current in a circuit if the voltage is 10 volts with a resistance of 2 ohms? To just be 10 divided by 2. So the current would be 5 amps. So if we look at the behavior of current in a series circuit, so the current is the same at all points in the series circuit. So if one component breaks, all the others stop working. If you add more component, the current decreases. It decreases everywhere. So if you take away components, however, the current increases. If we look at this in practice, so if we had a current of 4 amps at ammeter 1, because the current remains the same at all points in the circuit, the current would also be 4 amps at ammeter 2. In a parallel circuit, so the current from the battery is split between the branches of the parallel circuit and then joins back up before returning to the battery. So the branches are identical, then the current is split evenly between them. So if one component breaks, only the components on the same branch will stop working. If you add more branches, the current for each branch will decrease. So if you add more components to a branch, the current on that one branch will decrease. So if we went and looked at this example, for instance, if we had 5 amps going down one branch of this parallel circuit and 2 amps going down the second, so to work out the total current before it was split, all you would have to do is add them together, so your current would be 7 amps.
Thanks for watching.